Okay, that's right. Guess who? It's the great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch, coming back on the camera yet again. Now, I read tarot for a living. Yes, it's an entertainment service, but also sometimes has some therapeutic benefit that my clients all over the world do report whenever I do a reading for them. Okay. Now, I do this professionally from the website nickdutch.co.uk, and I also broadcast once a week free tarot shows via my YouTube account, which is Nick Dutch Tarot, as well as my MySpace account, which is also Nick Dutch Tarot. Okay, just for this week and this week alone, I'm broadcasting it also on a separate YouTube account as well. That's also got a fair few people subscribed. Now, we've got a couple of readings to do today, and I'm just going to go through them one by one. We will. I'll try and be quick. We've got a few questions to answer, and the first one is from a delightful lady called Sarah, and we'll just see what's coming through in the reading for her today. Alright, now she's just lost a job and wants to know whether something new will be coming through. So I've already shuffled the deck. Now I'm just going to go through it very, very quickly, and we're going to cover what's going to happen with her, seeing as she's just lost a job and is looking to get herself back into the world of work. So here we go. This is a reading with the Book of Thoth Tarot today. And we're just covering some of the basic changes that's going to happen. Alright, now this is based loosely upon the Celtic Cross spread. It's one of the many ones that I use. There's lots of other spreads that I also use in order to try and get different varieties of clarity for the clients. Alright, these signs here relate directly to the inner personality and outer personality. So essentially the concerns here are, as we can see by the coin card, they're about trying to find material stability. The coin card is reversed, which shows a feeling of instability, and of course consciously you're actually expressing sorrow. That means your friends, your family, your relatives, anyone you have worked with, and anyone you may possibly be interviewed by will also notice you're coming out with a feeling of sorrow and sadness. That's something you're going to have to deal with before you can actually get yourself back into the world of work. Okay, so this is indicating that you've got something to have a look at prior to actually going to your interviews. Think positively, use positive affirmations. Okay, consciously. Okay, we got the Nine of Swords, which in this particular tarot deck is labeled cruelty, and labeled cruelty for a very good reason, and that's because it's actually talking about a feeling that the world has been cruel to you. Yes, you were let go for the wrong reasons. The company was running low on money. It wasn't a question of you having done the wrong thing. You'd studied hard, you'd worked hard, and yes, it does seem like the world is being cruel to you, but these were circumstances outside of your control, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Subconsciously, here we've got some optimistic signs, a sense of completion, sense of wholeness, as it's labelled on the card, because it's a circular symbol, but it's also an air card. Alright, air and fire. It deals with the subject of actually feeling positive and thinking positive. So essentially you've got the option to be able to move yourself forward in the right direction because you've got the confidence there, which I feel will overcome the more negative signs that we've seen there on the cruelty card, so to speak, as it's called. Alright, now brief reflection upon the past. The Eight of Cups here, although the Cups suit often deals with love, in this case it isn't. It's dealing with a certain state of mind and state of being. Alright, now this particular sign is actually pointing out a sense of fearing the worst. I mean, I feel that you knew it was coming. I feel that you knew what was coming about 3 to 4 months down the line. Alright, send me a private message if you think I'm wrong. Alright, but I think that's been percolating on inside your mind, so you shouldn't be surprised that it's come to this now. But on the other hand, we've already seen some optimistic signs in the subconscious mind dealing with the future and how that's going to go. So, you've got the energy and vitality and optimism to be able to make something happen. And the anticipation of the future signs there are also talking about financial gain. So again, you don't have too much to worry about. Alright? Now we move on to the staff cards, as they're called. That's the anticipation of the future. This is what the reading suggests is actually going to happen. Now, bearing in mind you're looking for work, the kind of things we're looking out for are signs relating to gaining financial stability and especially financial change. Obviously you've been noticing already, I've been focusing the camera more or less on this card here. Alright, it's got the yin yang sign on it, it's talking about change in a very literal sense, and this particular feeling, this particular energy is coming in 3 to 6 months from now. Unfortunately, you're not going to get your new job straight away. I feel that the fire signs here are dealing with a feeling of resentment, a feeling of bitterness, and a feeling of residual anger left over from having gone through the process of losing your job. All right, so you may have to just spend a bit of time, use this time constructively to deal with the fact that you've got some bad emotions there. If you were to go straight into a job interview, okay, now I'm serious about this now, if you were to go straight into a job interview bearing in mind the way that you're feeling at the moment, you wouldn't get the job. Okay, so what you've got to do is to spend a bit of time strengthening yourself, eat some healthy food, get some early nights, start thinking positively, as well as going through the process of actually getting yourself into a new job right now. Alright, so do the application process. It's going to yield fruit, we can see that coming your way. Alright, and then we've got the most pleasurable signs coming long term. Alright, this particular sign here, this particular part of the reading is called the unexpected signs. And that means there is something which is going to happen on the career front which is going to be unexpected to you, but it's still going to provide you with extra benefits, and it really does feel in the long term you're going to be looked after because you've got those strong nurturing signs there. Okay, so generally speaking, I know it's a bad time for you right now, but I wouldn't be worried, because this particular reading is pointing out a lot of positive things coming your way. So don't be alarmed, don't be discouraged, know you're moving in the right direction. Alright, if you're still feeling that anger and that sort of vehemence inside you, then use that positively and turn it into constructive activity. And then you'll have the opportunity to really make some big changes, okay? You're going to get it. You're going to get the next job, and it's going to be suited to your nature. Good fortune, God bless. Look after yourself. Nick Dutch signing out.